I cried the whole night because the chlorine was in my eye.
Oh no.
No, that's happened to me so many times. I didn't cry, but it just like gets in your eyes. And once it happened, I couldn't see. I literally couldn't see. I could not think straight because I couldn't see.
Damn.
Yeah. When you forget your goals, it sucks. It sucks so bad.
It sure does.
Yeah.
Alright, let me just get to my page of notes, listeners. And yeah, I'm going to do the intro now. Hey dudes and dudettes, you're currently listening to the voice of your host, Miles, aka QuantumAvos. And joining me shortly are two young citizens who have a fresh lens on life. One is an artist on the rise, and the other is an acquaintance/friend of mine. Their names are Dhruv and Gerard, and today we'll be discussing the future of entertainment for the next generations to come, and if cinema and streaming, and DVDs and that sort of thing will ever die. Okay, alright guys, that's my intro done. How are you guys going?
Well, I'm good. Excited to be here on this amazing podcast. Yeah, just enjoying this opportunity. Yeah, you're amazing.
Flattery. And you, Gerard?
I'm going good. Pretty good. Just whatever. I've been doing good.
Second question: do either of you guys like avocados?
Now here's the thing. With avocados, I like, you chop it up and you put it in a salad, and then you put sauces and stuff on top, and that's my thing. That's what I really like. But, avocados on their own, just a bit blunt, spice up your life, that's the thing. You can't have avocados on their own. You have to have them in a salad with some...
You gotta have the pepper.
Yeah, definitely.
Inspirational talk by Dhruv.
Yeah,
and Gerard, do you like avocados?
Oh, yeah, I love it. You know what? I like them on my toast. They're so good on my toast. My mom almost makes them every morning. They're so good.
Every morning? Wow, you are lucky. That is, smashed avo on toast. Can't beat it. Okay. Cool. Last that question. Dhruv, what did you have for breakfast?
Me, for breakfast this morning.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my dad made something special. When he's at home, he makes all these nice dishes, whether it's Indian, dosa, or stuff like that. But today, he decided to make something new, something he hadn't made in a while. So what he did was, he made noodles, homemade noodles. It doesn't get much better than that. Hey, yes, it was very good. I couldn't have enough of it, but I had to go. So yeah, it was a very good meal. Yeah, very.
Nice. Did you have something with these noodles, like an egg or a?
No, unfortunately, I didn't have any vegetables or anything with this noodles.
Oh, Dhruv.
I know, I missed out.
Go for 2 and 5, Dhruv.
But he did put some vegetables in the noodles as it was, and then it was a bit spicy, so I just ate it with some tomato sauce and
delicious.
Yeah.
And Gerard, what did you have for breakfast?
I had some shamagay for breakfast. Delicious. 100% recommended.
Can you say that again? Shamagay.
Shamagay. Yes.
Is it Indian?
Yes, Indian. It's very hard to make. I've had it a few times myself as well. And, I wish we could have it more often, but, it's so hard to make. It's just how it works.
Nice. I had a poached egg, in fact.
Boring, Miles. Come on.
No, my mum made it for me, so I was very grateful. And you know what I should have had with it? Some, what do you call that Nando sauce? That, peri-peri. That's right. That always goes well with your poached eggs. Yes. Highly recommended, as you guys say. Alright, next question. Dhruv, you've been part of an acting group for some time now, right?
Yeah.
Yes. And, how has that been? Is there anything you've learnt along the way? And be as specific as you like.
Well, Actors Inc. has just been very influential in my acting, career, you could say. I've learnt so much. I've learnt so many camera techniques, and I've learnt so much about how to act naturally, how to develop my voice and the way I act. So yeah, there's not really anything bad I can say about Actors Inc. I've just learned so much, and it's helped me get so many opportunities over the last couple of years. So yeah, very thankful to Actors Inc. Definitely.
Brilliant. Okay. Next question. So, I've now got a question for you, Gerard. That's great, Dhruv. Thank you for telling us. Gerard, do you have any after-school activities like Dhruv does with this actors thing? Sport, acting, music?
I have music class with my singing, and then I also have, soccer, basketball.
Wow. That's a lot. Cool. And what is your favourite, do you reckon?
Probably singing.
Singing, right. And can you tell us some more about your singing? Is this something you've just picked up, like you're like, oh, I want to start singing, or something you always had a bit of a talent for?
Well, not a brilliant talent. Like one day for this thing, it was like a celebration for Autumn. Maybe Dhruv might know it. So we were like, doing it, and then there was this thing for singing, and I was like, alright, let's try something new. So I tried it, and I liked it, and I did pretty good. So my dad signed me up for singing classes.
That sounds so good. Yeah. Singing is nice. Singing is great. Now, both of you got the next question. Woohoo! What are your thoughts on Hollywood? Okay, it's the biggest movie industry in the world, based in America, and I feel like they might be running out of ideas, but I also want your opinion. Do you think it's gonna die, or it's gonna keep going strong?
Well, that's a really tough one. I mean, you can never tell what happens with these things. Right now, of late, you could say Hollywood are not doing great. They're running out of stories. Like, the stories are becoming more blunt. They're not becoming more innovative. Like, they're coming up with all of these remakes and stuff like that of old Disney classics, and why would you do that?
Exactly. That was just what I was going to ask you. About your opinion on the rebooted Disney classics. What do you think, Gerard?
No, they're definitely running out of ideas. That's what I know. But I haven't seen that much Hollywood movies.
Sure.
I am more of a Bollywood person.
I see. Yeah.
Yes.
And what about Bollywood? Are they running out of ideas?
Well, that's a tough one. I mean, we've got the superstars of Bollywood, and they are all coming and doing their own stuff. But Bollywood, they're good. They're running out. They're like, they had their golden age, I think, like 20, 30 years ago, when they were doing pretty well, and they were coming up with so many classics and stuff. But now their stories are becoming more bland. It's kind of Hollywood and Bollywood, kind of the same thing. And in Bollywood, the thing is, we have very, very bad cases of nepotism. Nepotism is basically when their fathers and mothers and grandmas and grandpas were famous. So then, because they were famous, their childs, their grandchilds also become famous because of their parents and their grandparents. Even though a lot of them are not very good, and they're not even very good at acting. So it just
Damn.
It's so crazy. Like, of the last 10 years, 50% of the actors who have got roles have parents and who have important parents and grandparents and stuff like that, who are important figures, and the people who don't have that are struggling, and they can actually act. They can do much better. Well, guys like the big people I'm not saying all of them who had influential parental figures are bad actors. There are some who have turned out good, like Saif Ali Khan and some other guys, but there are others who are just like, they're getting movies even though they're not good. And then there is the odd very good Bollywood movie every now and then, that's sweet, that nice movie.
Yeah.
But then, nowadays with Salman Khan and guys like him who are just doing movies, flexing their muscles, and then melodramatic dramas, and then they're just getting so much.
Yeah, they're just pumping them out.
Yeah, and then the people who actually make good movies are not getting any movies because they don't get enough money because the other people are getting enough movies. So
that's unbelievable. I never knew that. And I've never seen that as the case with Hollywood and nepotism and parental figures. Like, the only example I can think of is Kirk Douglas and Michael Douglas.
Yeah.
Their father and son, but
yeah.
Maybe Michael Douglas's son is going to be the next star. And I guess I kind of came up with this question because I was contemplating new Hollywood. Something Australia-based, okay? We live in Australia. I feel like there could be a new Hollywood that Australia could bring to the movie scene. Australia's movie scene isn't strong, but it could be if it was given the chance. We just need the right people to go, okay guys, let's do this.
Yeah. I feel like
it's crazy, but
I feel
That'd
like
be sick.
Australia and other places, you know, they need a better chance to succeed in the industry. Maybe because we've got good writers, and the good writers are rapidly running out. We're running out of good storytellers, and sometimes maybe even good actors and actresses. So that's just, if we bring to Australia, I mean, there's so much unheard of in Australia. Like, so many new things that could happen because the film industry hasn't really hit Australia yet to the same extent as America. So yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I completely agree. And yeah, adding on to that is music. Like, do you guys think any genre or style of music is going to make a comeback? As a lot of today's music can be classified as just rubbish pop and repetitive stuff. I'm not saying all of it, but quite a majority. Do you think, I don't know, maybe jazz can come back or something can be reinvented? I'm not sure.
Yeah,
Gerard?
I mean, I just...
Yeah, go on, Gerard.
I think they could, like, you know, they could bring back some jazz. Nobody's doing that.
It's quite
Typically,
dead. Yeah.
for me, I really love jazz. And for the Hollywood thing, Aussie-wood. It should be a good name.
Dude, genius. We have a genius
Yeah.
here. Aussie-wood. I like it.
Yeah.
Sounds good. I'll get to you guys. I'll get you guys back on that. Like, if I you know, if I become a millionaire.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll be invited. Aussie-wood. And that can be your idea, Gerard. I'll give you a sum of money. Okay. And Dhruv, did you have anything else to say on
Well, yeah, you know, pop musicians are running out of ideas, just repetitive stuff, as you said. Yeah, they need to mellow it down a bit, you know, maybe not think about the high funk, you know, pop stuff, and, you know, more think about, you know, jazzy, you know, something new, something
that?
innovative.
So jazz, that's right.
Yeah.
But maybe meld jazz with something else. Like opera. Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, we're onto something here. Maybe. Okay. Cool. Alright, Dhruv, I've got a question for you. You've made a great number of appearances in my videos, it must be said. Most recently is The End of the World as We Know It, Part 2. Go check that out, guys.
That's a really good one. I saw it. It's like top notch. Really good.
Gerard highly recommends it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And you yourself have your own private web series, The Tidy Dhruv Show. I was lucky enough to direct one of the episodes, and hopefully, you know, maybe we can make it public sometime.
Yeah.
When you're of age, and that's going to be really exciting when that happens. And so, my question to you, which I was getting at, is, can you sum up what makes The Tidy Dhruv Show so deliciously original? What do you bring to the game that other TV shows might not? Like, if it is it the story, is it the humour, or the characters? What's the biggest thing for you?
Well, you know, it's original. You know, it's not like, you know, I feel like comedy series of late, all the same. They're like all the same, either about business or like stuff like that. But you know, you don't get many of the good, you know, the show's technically made for teens. It's the humour, you know, the characters, you know, built up, and all of us got to get a chance, you know, act, maybe show off our voice or something, and, you know, just make some good comic timing, and using those comedy techniques to create a nice little fun series, you know, that you just, like, maybe if you've had not necessarily that this will pick up your day or something, you know, just a break from, I don't know, maybe action movies. A getaway, yeah. You know, just
that's really what cinema is about, isn't it?
A little mini getaway from normal, you know, movies, drama, action and all that. Just a fun little series, you know, just where my friend Tyke, Miles, and my friend Sydney as well, and I all get a chance to, yeah, just, I don't know, just act and just entertain, you know, in a fun little way. It's a light-hearted little comedy series. So yeah, that's it.
Yeah, totally agree, man. They will be hungry for your show, I'm sure. Listeners, won't you? Yes, you will. Subscribe to Dhruv, and then you'll get notified when he releases his web series. So, Gerard, this might be a tricky question for you, but see if you can handle it, okay? What do you think we need more of on that platform of YouTube? Do we need more laughs? Do we need more stories? Do we need more, like, interesting gaming? Maybe gaming cosplay. Or something interesting. Have you ever thought of that?
Yeah, I think there should be like more skits. When I first saw, some of Miles' videos, I was really inspired. I wanted to do some skits. Like, really, I did. And I want to see that more on YouTube. Like, maybe some of the big YouTubers, like, KSI or something, can do, like, big stuff. Like, skits, maybe, like, plays or something. I don't know.
I kind of agree with you as well. I feel like, because there is a celebrity. Have you guys seen Paul Blart Mall Cop? That
yes.
Movie? Yeah.
Oh, Kevin James. Right.
Kevin James. So have you seen his YouTube channel?
Yeah, I've seen his YouTube channel. I actually saw
brilliant.
one of his new videos called Heatwave. It's a short
I saw
film.
that as well. And
yeah.
I just love that idea, and nobody does it.
Mhm.
And maybe that can be his thing, and it's kind of a silly question because YouTube, it's always getting out new creative things, and it's not really dying or becoming samey and boring. But yeah, I think it's more with the movies. We're feeling that there are just a bit too many sequels and reboots.
To watch some of those videos.
Mine?
No.
Okay. Wait, what were we talking about? Oh, the stories. Yes. So, listeners, get out there, film a skit, and tell a story. Get it out there.
Yeah.
Because that's all we need more of.
Mhm.
We feel? Cool. Be like Kevin James. He's ultra cool. Go look at what he does. And both of you now, okay? I think,
All
we're not
right.
quite at the end, but we're nearly there.
Okay.
Do you think that entertainment as a thing is vital to society, okay? So that healthcare, dining facilities, and retail, they're all kind of essential, services, but what about music and theatre and sport and movies? Is it vital?
For me, Dhruv, you've done it first, so I'll do it first now. I don't think it's like something you really, really need. Like, oh my God, Mom, I need entertainment. It's not something like that.
So you think you could live without it? You could just erase it from your life? It's possible.
Well, for me, that's my opinion. But for you two, maybe it's different.
Okay, Drew.
Well, what do you mean by this? Do you mean watching it or doing it? Like,
just being part of life.
Right. Well, actually, I'd contradict you, Gerard. I think theatre, sports, all that stuff it's one of those, it's activities that, not everybody does, but it doesn't mean that we don't need it in life. We kind of do, I'm very big on theatre and stuff like that, and theatre and stuff like that, because I love doing that kind of stuff. And sports, yes, sports isn't for everyone, but it doesn't mean that you don't need it in your daily life. I mean, whether it's cricket or table tennis or anything, you just do it for the fun of it. It doesn't necessarily have to be super competitive or something like that. But yeah, in my opinion, you need those kind of activities as maybe a break from stress from school and stuff. And it's just, yeah, definitely.
Well, yeah, here is my answer. Mental blank.
An answer from Miles.
That's right. I'm going to decide to answer this one. I think that taking entertainment out of life would take away the word life. Like, with life is vibrance and colour and community, and all of this is entertainment. It's music in particular. Music really brings us together, and music is more or less an extension of that and everything like that. And if we just took that away, if we took away going to the Oval and watching a game of footy, it would just be taxes and hospitals, and I don't know. It wouldn't be very fun. It wouldn't be lively. And
So you two disagree with me?
it would be crazy. I couldn't picture a life without, playing a game of footy or something like that. I think that would be absurd, but Gerard, it's always good to have a third opinion. Second, sorry. Technically third, but second.
But yeah.
Okay. We've got one more question. Woohoo! It's a big question, apparently. and it kind of sums up the whole point of this podcast. And we've kind of we've already said it. What does the word reiterate mean? I think I mean reiterate. We've kind of reiterated it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm going to look that up later, listeners. But for now, I'm saying we've reiterated the idea of Homo sapiens running out of ideas. That's kind of what I wanted the point of the podcast to be. Because you're both great. You're creative. You know, you watch movies and stuff. It's great to get you down here. And I want to ask you if they are running out of ideas. Good or bad ideas, it doesn't matter, just ideas in general. Do you think, like, the next generation is gonna be stuck there, and that we've finally come to the end of the road, creatively speaking? Or is there, in fact, an infinite stream of ideas that we're just not seeing at the moment, that we're slowing down on, and we need to, I don't know, we need to pull back the curtain some more? Is there hope?
Yes, 100%. In my opinion, you can never... Like, you know, it's like the human race. So when we first came on the earth, no matter what life threw at us, we generally lived on from it. There's always a new idea. It's just, you know, every now and then we form a little slump. You could say, you know, maybe the 2000s, it's been a little slump. You know, it hasn't been our best few years, but you know, there will be a time, whether it's the coming generation or the generation after, when that infinite, you know, stream of ideas will come back. We'll find something new. You know, we've got, I don't know, 7 billion people on Earth, and if we can't think of a new infinite stream of ideas, then I don't know what, right? So yeah, it's definitely possible. Yeah.
True that. Yeah. Raise my glass to that. Raise my glass of avocado juice. Gerard, what do you think? Do you think we're running out of ideas?
No, of course not. Like, sometimes we're not, like what Dhruv said, we're going a little bit slow on, you know, creativity. But we need, like, more of those jam-packed, really good movies. Like, back in the golden days, it was just really good. And the
Can you give us an example?
Superman, for example, that was the, like, banger of the time. Like, in 1915, I think it was made.
1976 or 8? I'm not sure. Something like that.
Yeah. It was, like, banging. It was, like, one of the best things. It was so creative. Superman was the first ever superhero, and everyone at the time loved it.
Yeah.
Good example, Gerard. Wow. Yeah, you guys have inspired me, actually. And I hope they've inspired you, listeners, because that is the end of QuantumAvos.
Or should I sing?
You should sing, Gerard. I reckon that'd be a really good outro. But I'd just like to thank my listeners so much for coming out to this beautiful park to get on the Voice Memos app, press record, and send it out to all my viewers who are very lucky to listen to this. So, thank you, Dhruv.
Thank you very much. Thank you for bringing us on your show, Miles.
Thank you, Gerard.
Yeah, thank you.
So much, man. Yeah, I hope we become really good friends, just even more so, and hang out at this park more. And Gerard, yeah, just take it away, man, with your singing.
Subscribe to QuantumAvos because he's the best!